Hi, my name is Linda Joseph, and I'm going to speak to you guys about the topic domestic violence and interpersonal conflict. Domestic violence is violent, aggressive behavior, usually between a spouse and a partner involving verbal abuse, while interpersonal conflict is a disagreement between two parties, but more like of conflict. This is just a quote that I found relating to domestic violence. It reads, "The domestic part doesn't matter. Violence is violence, and it's by anonymous." Many times, people may not know they are the domestic violent person in the situation, but by you just using your words to push someone down and break them is already considered violence. These two charts are my statistics on domestic violence. The first chart reads, U.S. women who are victims of domestic violence. 1 in 4 U.S. women who are murdered by their partners every day. 3 U.S. women who have survived attempted or completed sexual assault. 1 in 6 U.S. women who reported being raped or sexually assaulted in 2009. 1.3 million U.S. children who are exposed to domestic violence each year. 15 million. And the second chart is just showing how women experience domestic violence more than male. Women 85%, male 15%, and these two charts are from the National Task Force to End Sexual and Domestic Violence. A lot of people may think domestic violence is if someone hits, punches you, but it could be verbal and mental abuse. Whispering the most hurtful words in someone's ear is a form of verbal abuse of a relationship. Interfering in a conflict and using hurtful words is verbal abuse and violence. Your words means a lot, so it's best if you manage what you say to people when you both seem to have a disagreement. Although you might not care at the moment, but later on you'll notice your words impacted that person in the future. News story. In the news, there's a story that speaks about how the NFL is dealing with another domestic violence case. John Bolin, who works as an employee for the Broncos, had said on a Wednesday morning him and his girlfriend was in a fight, and she called the police, but then the call dropped. So later the police called back, and John Bolin picked up and tried to explain himself and said nothing was going on. Later, the girl met up with the police and told them that he shoved her against the wall, and now John Bolin is in prison for domestic violence. This case brings back domestic violence to the NFL's doorstep. How? Now any NFL player who is impacted in domestic violence will be suspended. This story basically is pertaining to domestic violence and interpersonal conflict. Our book says conflict can be direct and indirect. What this means is some people may deal with their conflicts directly and openly, such as confrontation to another party, while other people may deal with their conflicts indirectly instead of being so open. They'll behave in ways that are hurtful and vengeful towards others. Here are some examples. We all know that we've been through high school, and there's always through freshman year and senior years, there's going to be a time where you go through rumors and bullying and people talking about you. But it's your decision to see how you're going to handle your conflict. Are you going to be direct or are you going to be indirect? A confident person would be more direct and willing to go confront the person of the problem because they are so confident and open, while a more timid and reserved person would be more indirect because they're shy and reserved. but they wouldn't confront the person, but instead to get back at them, they'll act in a way that is hurtful and revengeful. That's basically it. Thank you.